Hello, mystery friends. Welcome back to another behind the scenes look at what it takes to publish a book. I am publishing a Christian suspense novel in my Honeypot Mystery Series, book 7 to be exact. And we have already gone through doing self-edits together and beta readers, and I have sent my book off to the proofreader and I just got it back. And it needs 505 edits. So basically, I get this back. This one I got back in Google Docs. It has 505 comments in it. Some of them are telling me, most of them are things like add a comma, take away a comma, add a space, take away a space. But they're also telling me if I've used the incorrect word, if I've misspelled something, if I need to add something, all those kind of things. And it's going to take me quite a while to get through all 505 edits to see if there's something that I really want to keep or if there's something that the editor and I just agree on and that I'm still going to keep. So what did I do during the weeks that my proofreader had my book? I didn't just sit here. I actually started writing another book. And this one I was writing in the Paranormal Penny Mystery Series. That's going to be book 8, I believe, in the series. And I got about 10 chapters in when my proofread comes back. So when that happens, I stop everything and I take a look at the proof. Then after the proof is done, after I've approved all the corrections that I think are necessary, I listen to it again, my story again, using something like Natural Reader. And I listen to it to make sure it still has my voice. Because sometimes when you've handed it to multiple editors or proofreaders, they can erase your voice by accident. They don't know this is how you sound and this is what you want your book to sound like. They just look at the writing and tell you what needs to be corrected. So I have to do that. And that is one of the most tedious parts of proofing and editing for me, because by now I've already read my story at least 6 times and I'm not bored with it, but I know what's coming next. So it's really hard for me to pay attention. So I have to sit there and force myself to pay attention to every line to make sure that it sounds like me and the other books in this series. But also, while I was waiting for the proof to come back, I didn't just write a book. I found my narrator for another book in the Honeypot Mystery Series, and this is book 5 in the series. It's Killer Con Fuego, and we signed contracts, and my narrator is currently narrating my story. So sometime this summer, probably a week or 2 after book 7 comes out, book 5 will come out on audio. And I love my narrator. She is amazing. She's another homeschool mom just like me, which is fun to be able to support somebody who does the same thing I do. It's kind of neat. We didn't know that's how we were until after doing the first book together. She could catch some of my inside jokes about homeschooling in book 1 of the Honeypot Mystery Series. And so that created a bond between us. And this will be, like I said, this will be our 5th book together. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear her narrating this book. It's wonderful. I only have the first 15 minutes so far, but it's already really good. So while I waited for the proof, I started writing another book and I got an audio version of a book going. Once I approve all 505 edits, what do I do next, right? A lot of what I'm doing now, I can't really show you because it's I could, but it's really tedious and it takes up a lot of screen time and a lot of focus. And the next thing I'll do after I've approved all of the edits is I will format my book. I will take it from just looking like a PDF, just printout of words, to making it look like the actual inside of a book. Make sure it has paragraphs in the right places. Make sure it has not scene dividers, but the little paragraph dividers that block off chapters a little bit. Make sure it has that. Make sure it has chapter headings that are correct. Make sure that all the chapters are accounted for and are counted as chapters. Sometimes switching from Google Docs to Word to my formatting software, which for this series I do through Drafted Digital, can mess up the chapter numeration, and I can get chapter 9 ahead of chapter 10, or chapter 10 deleted entirely, not deleted, but not showing up in the ebook table of contents, which of course we want it there so that you can hit the button and go straight to that chapter if you want. But I also will format the ebook and the paperback book, because when I format the paperback book, things start getting really exciting really fast for me, because once I've done that, I know how many pages long my paperback will be. And once I know that little tidbit of information, I can order my book cover, which is exactly what I'm going to do next. I am doing my proofreading. I am formatting, and as soon as that formatting is done, I am then going to order my book cover. I cannot wait. I've used GetCovers for the entirety of this series. I mean, I think you've gone through it before with me, where I'm showing you my Christian suspense covers, and you've seen the ones I've made. You've seen ones that were previously made. That's another video you can look up on my channel. But the series, the covers that I'm using right now have all been made by GetCovers, and they're amazing. This little postcard is one of their covers. They made that for me. I just gave them a few examples of my genre. I showed them other Christian suspense writers and what their covers look like. And then I showed them some covers that I really, really liked. And they put together this series, and they're beautiful. They're amazing. And I cannot wait to see what book 7 looks like. At that time, I will finally reveal to you the title of my book. So when I get my book covers in, I'll come right back to discuss that with you, to show you the beautiful covers and to clue you in on what the title of book 7 in the Honey Pot Mystery Series is. So let's go through my checklist really quick and catch you up to where I am. I've written the first draft. I've already revised it several times. I've given it to my alpha readers, which are my mom and my husband. They've read it for me. They've let me know if there's been plot holes, or if there's any word that I used too much, or if there's anything I needed to fix. I did all screens. I spell checked the poo out of it repeatedly using different spell checkers. And then I sent it to a beta reader who read it, and you can go back a video and hear what she had to say about the story. And now I have sent it to a proofreader who has just sent it back to me with its 505 edits waiting for approval or rejection. And that is what I'm on to do. And then formatting, and then book cover time. I can't wait to share the book cover with you. I will see you then. Until next time, bye.